Elon Musk has been camping out in Wisconsin. He's out in front of the big patent flag that he has from that movie Patent. I don't know why he does that, but it makes him seem like he...
I'm an American.
Oh, really American.
Can't you tell if you have it on mute?
They have been out and out lying about Social Security. They want to cut Social Security. They know they can't unless they pretend there's huge amounts of fraud and waste in it. We already know the facts on this. The facts are that 1% of payments have been found to be what they call inappropriate payments. 2/3 of those payments are clawed back over the course of the year. 1/3 probably lost to fraud. It is a tiny amount. There's probably more fraud in the money they spent on this production in Wisconsin. I would have bet you there's more fraud and waste in just putting on that show that they do there. There's certainly fraud, and here is some of the fraud right now. They are lying about Social Security numbers. They're pretending they're talking about undocumented immigrants. They are talking about people with legal status in this country.
I think so. Does it work? I can give you mine.
We found the fraud. Here it comes. Oh, this is, he's on the stage. Keep it going.
It'll be okay.
Antonio Garcias.
I mean, Buzz Aldrin's still alive, and he went past the belts.
It'll work. Is it working? Yeah, it's on now, yeah.
There you go. So, Antonio, can you tell us what you... Antonio's helping out with the Social Security. So just trying to review Social Security, where you may have heard that we found 20 million dead people marked as alive in the Social Security database. This is so crazy.
Pause it.
And then...
We've already debunked this.
This is completely a fabrication. It is a lie. They're not marked alive. No. How did you find those 20? Where did you find those 20? Or did you just say like, oh, they're 150 years old. They're obviously not alive. These are not people, incidentally, who get payments. There's just like no reason to go and pull them out and expend resources on that.
And the 150-year-old thing that they keep returning to is Elon being just lying. He's lying to the public because he has some familiarity with coding. He's not the greatest, but he has some familiarity. And COBOL, when there is an incomplete data and missing with the year that is in the input, they put that set year, which makes
default to like 1875 or something.
They default to that year, which he's now claiming is instances of people receiving fraudulent Social Security checks, even though that's quite obviously not what the data system says.
So that's why he's very careful to say there's 20 million dead people in the system, but he doesn't claim they're getting payments. So he knows he's lying.
Yeah.
But he continues on.
So crazy. And then you'll notice there's a strange trend here where how many Social Security numbers were issued.
Okay. All right. Now, they're going to show that there were more Social Security numbers issued in 2024 than in 2021 when we weren't letting legal residents into the country, when nobody was traveling into the country because of, what was that? COVID.
Global pandemic, remember that?
Yeah.
You may have heard that we found 20 million dead people marked as alive in the Social Security database. This is so crazy. And then you'll notice there's a strange trend here where how many Social Security numbers were issued. Do you want to?
Yeah, so let me tell you what happened here. We started at the top of the system.
You want to talk a bit louder, maybe?
We started at the top of the system, mapping the whole system of Social Security to understand where all the fraud was. And there's a lot of great people there that showed us really a lot of waste. And so that came up with a big list of stuff they're working on. You've heard some of that already, but this is what jumped out at us. When we saw these numbers, we were like, what is this? In 21, you see 270,000 people, goes all the way to 2.1 million in 24. These are non-citizens that are getting Social Security numbers.
Yeah, this is a mind-blowing chart.
Yeah, just
Pause.
this
I just want to
literally
be very clear here. Non-citizens does not equal undocumented immigrants or illegal immigrants. There is something in between. That is people with green cards. That is people who are here on temporary work visas.
How about H-1B visas like Trump and Elon Musk?
They are not citizens, but they must pay taxes. They're not eligible to get things like Social Security, but they've got to pay taxes. So it's a complete what that graph shows is free money for the government.
In fact, you could argue
Free money.
that these folks are helping, fund Social
That's what I'm
Security
saying. Free money.
in ways that, like, actually has delayed what we've needed to do, which is to raise/eliminate the cap on taxable income so that wealthy people start to pay their fair share to replenish the trust fund.
It's free money.
Yes.
It's free money.
Actually,
they pay taxes.
Immigrants are helping billionaires not pay more or millionaires into Social Security.
And the Social Security numbers that they get are issued through a specific program where they can't get money back for those Social Security payments. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is a mind-blowing chart.
yeah, just
just get a good look at that chart, folks, because we're going to take a wider view of it in a second.
this literally blew us away. Like, we went there to find fraud, and we found this by accident. And this isn't political, by the way. My parents are immigrants. Yeah, this
Are they
was
as
a great.
stupid as
My
you?
brother and sister all born in Spain. I'm pro-legal immigration. This is not political. This is not political. This is about America.
Oh my God.
They are such unreconstructed liars. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Make it easier to get here
Either
legally.
these guys are the stupidest people alive, or they are just impressively just willing to lie in the same way that you and I breathe.
It's got to be the latter.
Good.
And the future of America. And there are a lot of good people in the system that pointed us in this direction. I want to honor them right now. That work in the government today, who took risks to show us these numbers and tell us what's going on.
Yeah.
So I want to stop for a minute. I want to honor those people today. Very good people. Very good people. I have been from D.C. to Social Security offices to the border to track this down, and very good people have helped us along the way. I want to thank them.
Pause it.
You know where they could have gone? You didn't have to go to D.C. or all the way to the border or go to any of these places. Here, I'm going to show them where they could have gone. It is called, and this link right here, it's called the Social Security Administration website. And they could look up a program called the EBE, which is the Enumeration Beyond Entry.
Yep.
Under the Enumeration Beyond Entry agreement between the Social Security Administration and the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, DHS, U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, the USCIS, USCIS provides Social Security Administration with information necessary to enumerate certain aliens, that means non-citizens, who live in the United States who request a Social Security number or a replacement card. And it goes through the whole application process, and this is a existing program so that people who are eligible to work in this country can pay taxes.
Right. Right. He's conflating the approval of a Social Security number for legal immigrants with receiving Social Security benefits. And
As
that
if it's
is
fraud.
As if it's fraud. They're paying taxes. They should be receiving benefits, but that's a part of our broken immigration system.
And
It's like the opposite of fraud.
Right.
And speaking
It's
of
like we're frauding
lying
them.
with
Yeah.
graphs, hold on. Make sure you do the comparison. Put up the other one, because this looks like, I gotta say, I'm looking at this graph, and I'm looking at this graph, and I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, what is leading to this
Whoa.
huge explosion? This looks just like almost like a crime graph. weirdly, but why would it explode from 2021? Oh, look at that.
Oh, huh.
We had immigration going around just like this, basically static from 2016.
Trump.
And then we had COVID for 3 years and pent up, essentially, a number of people who wanted to come. Frankly, what's shocking is that 2024 isn't double, doesn't make up for those 2021 and 2020. Keep it up there. Like, we should be seeing those missing immigrants in 2021, those missing immigrants in 2022, and those missing immigrants in 2023 added to 2024. And all it looks like is just a nominal bump from where it was through the teens leading up to that. But they are lying. They are
know
purposely lying.
Yep, they know this.
They know the H-1B visa holders that they employ, and they defended that program. They get SSNs.
Right. And in part,
But they're 150 years old.
the idea that they're basically trying to push again immigrants and people here back into the shadows, and even under the threat of more like deportation and punitive actions, because people who are here with legal status, who were approved and who apply for Social Security numbers, it's because they literally want to pay taxes. They want to pay taxes because they hope that basically this would mean that this builds up their equity so that they can apply for full citizenship later on. And the Trump administration is using that against them to claim that they are people who are defrauding Social Security, or in the instances of what we're seeing with El Salvador and with the pro-Palestine demonstrators who are being deported, their legal status doesn't protect them, and they're getting rid of them altogether. These are people that try to do everything the right way.
But they're dead.
Right.
This is actually an amazing graph. What I love about this is and I don't know who the Gracias is, the other guy there, but their whole sort of way of speaking that has been like the main dominant way of this is how an intelligent person, industry leader talks, and they're just spewing the most transparent bullshit.
Right.
Ooh, I went to the border and to DC on this fact-finding mission, and I was surprised what I found. You're full of shit.
Yeah.
Also, didn't they make fun of AOC for going to the border and having some emotional reaction?
Well, that
to
was
it?
empathy. They were doing logic.
They were there
at
for
the border.
fascism.
But
That
absolute
matters, I guess.
liars.
Yeah.
Absolute liars. And why are they lying about the fraud? You've got to ask yourself, why are they lying about the fraud and waste in Social Security?
Yeah.
They're lying about the fraud and waste in Social Security because they're going to come and try and cut it.
Same reason they're saying everyone's Tren de Aragua.
Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.